Hello viewers and welcome back to my channel. If you're watching me for the first time, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is Irene. My channel name is Favored Girl. Please take your time and press the subscribe button and also press the bell so that you don't miss any important information. I always try to upload a video every week, but sometimes I don't make it because of time. My old subscribers, thank you very much for staying with me and for always tuning in to this channel. Okay, so let us start with our next topic of this day. This is my second video today. So today we are still looking at different ways of coming to Germany or to Europe, or looking for greener pastures out of your country. Yeah, so let us look at I don't know if you've ever heard of a word called Aupair. Aupair, yeah? So Aupair is just like, let me just say, in the African version, a house help. But you cannot compare an Aupair with a house help in Africa. A house help or a housemaid in Africa. These are two different things. So let us look at what is an Aupair. We are going to talk about how to become an au pair in Austria. Yeah? First of all, what is an au pair? So an au pair is a young person between the age of 18 to 30, single, without children, and is ready to travel to a foreign country for a defined period of time. Yeah? Normally 1 year. Most of the time an au pair program is for 1 year. Yeah. So an au pair, in this case, goes to a foreign country for a period of 1 year and stays with a foreign family in that country, host family, yeah, for 1 year. So during this time, wherever you're staying with this family, you are considered as one of the family members and treated as one. Okay, so why do you want to go to a foreign country as an au pair? You want to go to a foreign country as an au pair because you want to meet new people, make new friends, maybe improve your foreign language skills, or just use the chance as a stepping stone for other opportunities in life that you cannot get where you are from. Yeah? So what does an au pair do? An au pair, in exchange of this, what the host family is offering you, they're offering you free accommodation and food. Yeah. In exchange of that, you help them in taking care of their children and help them in doing light house chores. Yeah, light housework. Okay. So what are the requirements for being an au pair in Austria? So every country has its own requirements. So these ones are only for Austria. Okay. So for you to be an au pair in Austria, I have written everything down so that I don't jump any important points. I always write down what I'm talking about. Yeah. If I have to talk about just like that, I've realized that I usually jump important points that I realize later after making the video. Yeah, so for you to become an au pair in Austria, you must be between the age gap of 18 to 27 years. Yeah, I hope you have you're writing. I hope you're making notes. You must be 18 to 27 years. You don't have children, you are not married, or even if you have children and you are married, I don't think you're going to tell them at the embassy that you have a child and you're married, because you'll not get the visa. So keep it to yourself. Nobody wants to know. Okay. Then you also need a German certificate of level B1. Yeah. We will come to that. How do you acquire that certificate? Then you must be ready to work as an au pair in Austria for a period of 6 to 12 months. So you can also just go for 6 months if you're not interested to stay for 12 months. You can also do for 6 months only, yeah? And you have not been an au pair in Austria in the last 5 years, okay? So if you have these requirements, let us go to the point where how do you get the German certificate B1? So for you to get the German certificate B1, you go to a language school in your town. Whether you're watching me from Nairobi, Kisumu, Nakuru, wherever, just Google a language school in your town. Go there, make requirements, ask for the requirements, and check if they're teaching German. Yeah. So if you're in Nairobi, you can learn your German at the Goethe Institute, or you learn your German at the it's called German Institute. Okay. So far I only know in Nairobi of the German Institute and the Goethe Institute. All the other colleges in Nairobi, I don't know whether they're still there. When I was in Kenya 13 years ago, I can say there was where I did my German was called Phonax, but I don't know whether they're still open or not. It's been long. So after you do, then you start with the first level of German, which is A1. When you do A1, then you go to A2, then do A2, then move to B1. Okay. So according to the German Institute, I have the current information because my sister is going there at the moment for an intensive course. According to what my sister told me, every level A1, A2 and B1, every level takes 2 months. Okay. So and per level she has paid around let me say around 30,000 Kenya shillings. That entails registration, fees, and the required books. So for every level, you're going to pay around that much. Okay? Then after you've done the level B1, then now you register with the main exams, the German exams at the Goethe Institute. Yeah? The so-called Certifikat Deutsch. So that Certifikat Deutsch, you only acquire it at the Goethe Institute. It is an exam that comes from Germany, and it is only done at the Goethe Institute. Okay, I don't know how much it costs. When you reach that point, you will get the information and know how much you're going to pay for that exam. Okay, so once you have your German B1 exam, then now you start applying, looking for a host family in Austria. So how do you look for a host family? Nowadays, let me just talk about Kenya. I don't know about other countries. So in Kenya, there are a lot of agents who are into this business of bringing people as au pairs to Europe. So if you have any information, as you're going to college, you'll hear from your college mates where they are doing the applications. You can follow them and go with them to the agents and apply there. Or if you don't want to spend money on the agents because they're very expensive, they're extremely exaggerated expensive because they think you don't know how to do it on your own. But you can do these things on your own. You don't need an agent. You can apply for, you can get a host family on your own. Yeah, online, without using any agent, without spending any money. So there are several websites, yeah, but I only know and I'm only sure of the so-called Aupair world. So you go to Google and write www.aupairworld.com. I will write it under my description box. That is the only legit website, Aupair website that I know. The rest, there are so many, but the rest I don't know and I don't trust them. Yeah, but this one is legit. Okay. So also you ask around. When you're going to college, you will interact with different people who are already in the application process. I hope they will give you the information of where they have applied for their families. Okay. So you apply for the family and you're lucky and you get a family in Austria. Okay. So this family that you've gotten, maybe you'll go through an interview with them via Skype or via WhatsApp or whatever through means you people you're going to have contact with each other. Maybe they will call you, whatever means they're going to use. Then after you have come to an agreement and the family likes you and they've taken you, they want you to be their au pair, then now they will send you the so-called contract, the au pair contract. Okay. So we want to go through this contract and what it entails. because the different points in this contract consist of the different questions that you have on your mind. You must by now you must have so many questions in your mind, and this contract talks about all those questions that you have on your mind. So we're going to go through this contract and through every point, each and every point. Yeah. So in Austria, there's an official Aupair contract that is provided by the Austrian authorities. So this contract is not like the family just goes and drafts anything and writes their own things. It comes from the government. This one is just for the government to control and to make sure that the families don't exploit the young people that are coming for this program. Yeah, so that the families only goes according to what they have been given by the authorities. So what is stated in the contract? Let us go to the first point. Yeah, the first point is your length of stay. Your contract will state how long you'll be staying in Austria. Whether you'll be staying for 6 months, it will be stated in the contract. Whether you'll be staying for 12 months, it will also be stated in your contract. Then the next point in your contract will be your duties. What will your duties be? So, your duties could be washing dishes, but you wash dishes using a dishwasher. You put the dishes in the dishwasher. When the machine has finished washing, then you remove them and put them in the cupboard. So it's not like in Africa where you wash with your hands. Okay? So your duties as an au pair: washing dishes, cleaning the house, of course with the vacuum cleaner. It's not the African style. Using a vacuum cleaner. In Europe, you use everything. You use machine for everything. So there is no, it's not like you're working the way we work in Africa. You work and get tired. No, you cannot get tired. So arranging children clothes, ironing, making kids beds, tidying kids rooms, doing shopping, yeah, emptying the rubbish. So these are just examples of the kinds of jobs that an au pair is supposed to do. Yeah, so your employer, your host family will not go beyond this, the ones that have been stated in your contract. Yeah, he or she will not give you any other duties that are heavy. Yeah, these are light house chores. Yeah. So, but any other duties that are not the ones that I've named, you agree with them. You agree with your host mother or your host father or your host family will agree with you on the different duties that you'll be doing, and of course they're not going to be hard. They're not hard things to do. They're light duties, and maybe they're not in this contract. Then you'll be getting a so-called pocket money. It is not a salary. This is a pocket money. Yeah. So the pocket money, as in from 2021, an amount of 475 and 86 euros. Yeah, they have added it because as per my time when I was an au pair in Austria, that was 13 years ago, we used to earn, was it 300 euros? 350. I used to earn 300 euros. Now it was 350 euros. But I can see that now they have added it to 475 and 86 cents euros. So they cannot pay you below this. It is against the law. Okay? They must pay you that amount. So if an au pair is staying for a year, for a period of 1 year, then she is supposed to get a bonus, a salary bonus of 3 months. Yeah, so you're coming to work for 12 months, but according to the law, if you're staying for 1 year, the family is supposed to give you 3 months salary extra to the 12 months salary. You understand? So for example, your contract ends in, let's say your 1 year contract, it is ending in December. So the salary, the host family should give you your pocket money, a pocket money of 3 months extra on top on top of the 12 months. So they will give you, for example, for January, February, March. January, February, exactly, yeah. So, but not all the families follow that. I can remember my family never gave me this. But I didn't cause any problems with them. I was just okay. Yeah, so many families, they assume that you don't know this. Yeah, so just let them know that you know that. Supposed to get a bonus, a 3 months bonus. Yeah, okay. So then you have boarding and lodging. Let's talk about the boarding and lodging. Where will you be staying? How will you be feeding? So as an au pair, this boarding and lodging is also stated in your contract, and it is also stated where you'll be staying, how your room looks like, whether you have a television in that room, whether you have a radio, whatever you have in that room will be stated in your contract. Yeah. So as an au pair, you should have your own room. Yeah, and the room should be lockable. You should be able to lock it from outside and inside. And it should be a room that has a heater during winter. Yeah. So it should also have windows. So the government does not want a scenario whereby a host family gets a cheap labor from Africa in the name of au pair. We have to be careful there. There are some culprits who use this opportunity to mishandle people's children in the name of au pair, for them to save on labor, for them to save on nannies. They take cheap labor in the name of au pair, mistreat them, give them all kinds of job, put them in a room that is not appropriate. Yeah, so that's why the government comes up with all these guidelines for the families not to mistreat au pairs. So they cannot go beyond these requirements here. Yeah, and if you as a grown-up, you know your rights, you have read your contract, you should not allow anybody to give you anything that is not in this contract. Okay, you have to be careful not to be exploited. So then you also have, as an au pair, you have free access to food just like all the members of the family, and you are also supposed to share the meals with the family. Yeah, if the family is eating at the dining table, you are also eating with them at the dining table. So it is not like they are eating at the dining table and you are eating in the kitchen or you are eating in your room. No, it's not allowed. That is not what an au pair is supposed to be. An au pair is an exchange program whereby you're not taken as a housemaid or a house girl. You're taken as one of these people's family members. So when they're eating at the table, you're also eating with them at the table. And not that you are eating in the kitchen and you're sleeping at midnight when everybody is sleeping. No, it is not that. Okay. Then we look at the other point. Working time. So the contract is also indicating your working time, from what time to what time you will be working. That one is depending with your host family, according to their working schedule, how they want to work, how they are going to, according to their availability or according to how much they need you. Yeah, and what times they need you. Maybe there's a family that needs you in the morning from this time to this time, and another family needs you only in the afternoon from this time to this time, according to how they are working. But there are the working hours stated by the government that you're supposed to work. So according to the government, in Austria, an au pair works up to 18 hours per week. Yeah. An au pair works up to 18 hours per week, especially if you're not coming from EU. If you're coming from outside EU, then you must work for the 18 hours, or else you will not be eligible to apply for the visa. You will not get the visa for an au pair. You are not qualified to apply for the au pair program. So you as you're coming from Africa or from Asia, from wherever, you must not, and you're not coming from an EU country, you must be able to work up to 18 hours per week. Up to means it should not be more than 18 hours per week. Yeah. So, but the working hours, what time you're going to wake up, what time you're going to start working, up to what time you're going to stop, that one will be, you will agree with your host mother, with your host family. Okay. You have to talk about these things. Don't be afraid. You have to, when you get a host family, be in a position to sit down with them and discuss about your working hours. If they have given you working hours that you don't like, you can always tell them, me, I am not comfortable waking up at 6 o'clock because of this and this and this. Of course, they are human beings and they will understand, and they will put for you working hours that are suitable with you. Because if you are just behaving like a housemaid or a house slave, that is how some people will treat you. If you cannot open your mouth and talk, and when you say this point and this point is not right, they will not take you serious. They will just be using you like a flag, and you'll be going according to how they want. So you must be confident. You must speak out. If you don't like anything, you say it in an appropriate manner. And of course, when they see this person can talk, they cannot mistreat you, and they cannot use you. They cannot make you do anything that is out of this contract. So that was just by the way. So in the contract is also stated your free time and holiday. Yeah. So according to the I was about to say German law. According to the Austria law, au pairs are entitled to at least 1 day off per week. Yeah. So which day per week you're going to be free? That one also you agree with your host mother. Yeah. If she needs you, if you want to, anyway, you agree with her according to how busy she is when she can give you free. But at least you should have 1 weekend free. Huh? I used to experience this thing when I was in Austria. Some families, some au pairs, when I was an au pair, some girls, they were never free on a weekend. They will be free on a Wednesday or a Friday or a Thursday, but Saturday, Sunday, they are not free, which is not correct, because that is the time you want to go out and meet your friends. How can you meet people on a weekday? Everybody is working. Yeah. So talk with your family. Don't let them sit on you. At least, even if they need you on a weekend, at least in a month they should be able to let you free, to give you a free time on a Saturday or a Sunday. Mostly on a Sunday. If you're working on a Saturday, at least on a Sunday you should be free. Yeah. At least, even if it is not every weekend, according to their programs, at least 2 weekends in a month. They should at least give you 2 weekends in a month to be free. Because weekends is the only time you can meet your friends. You can go out, have fun, or go and meet other girls, other au pair girls from your country or from different countries, interact, find ways, talk about different ways of making it. Yeah. But if you're coming out on weekdays where people are working, you just be alone. Yeah. Or you might just end up staying in your room. You'll be staying in your room instead of going out, and the moment you stay in your room, you'll find yourself working when you're supposed to be free. That is another mistake that au pairs do. I will talk about those things later in another video. Things to do as an au pair and things not to do. Okay. That was just a by the way talk. So according to the German government, an au pair is supposed to have 30 days vacation. Okay. So that does not mean that you're going to take 30 days in a block. No. You should again talk with your host mother how you're going to divide these 30 days, how you're going to spread it along the 12 months that you have. You have a 12 months contract, spread that 30 days in the whole year. Yeah? You're not going to just come up and say, I'm going for holiday for 2 weeks. So who is going to help the family when you're away for 2 weeks? You also have to be reasonable. Okay, just don't do things that will cause chaos and quarrel between you and the family. Just always think ahead and just think like a normal human being. Do things normally. Don't do things that will bring problems between you and your host mother or your host's family, because these people, they're the same people who will still help you to move to your next level after that your 1 year, if you are good to them. Yeah. So in your contract is also stated about a language course. So our pairs should have the possibility to attend a language school. Half of the fees is paid by the family, the host family, and the other half is paid by the au pair. Okay? That is the Austria law. You must not attend a language school if you don't want to. Nobody will force you. But in case you want to go to a language school, which I advise you to do so, the more you attend school, the better your German becomes. The better your German is, the more chances you have in all the German-speaking countries, whether it is in Austria or in German. Okay? So if you want to attend a German language school, then the family is they're supposed to pay for you half of the fees, and you pay the other half. But that one only counts to one level of German. Yeah, for example, you want to do level B1, B2. They will pay for you the half, and you pay the half. So after the B2, if you want to continue further, that one now is your own. You do it on your own. They're entitled to pay for you only one level, not all the levels. You want to go up to degree level. You do it on your own with your money. Okay? Okay. So, your Aupair contract is also stating about your Aupair insurance. Okay? Of course, you're insured. The family will insure you. They'll get for you an Aupair insurance, yeah, that covers au pairs, and your insurance covers everything. No matter what kind of sickness you have, it will be covered by this insurance. Whether you get accident, whether you're being operated, you're having a surgery, whether you're pregnant and giving birth, your Aupair insurance covers all. We have already talked about how to apply for the family, the contract. So now let us look at the next part, applying for the visa. Yeah. So how will you apply for the visa after you've gotten your contracts, you've gotten a B1 certificate? So what you will do, you will go to the Austrian embassy in your country and get the requirements. Every country has different requirements, so get their requirements, check what they have, which requirements they need. Normally, the basic requirements that they need are German B1 certificates, and you must be 18 to 27 years, and an Aupair contract. And any other requirements that they need, out of what I have said, you will give it to them. Okay? Yeah. So I have come to the end of my video today. If you have any questions concerning what I've talked about, please comment in the comment section. Please don't forget to press the subscribe button. The more subscribers I get, the more I am motivated to make more content. Yeah? So until next time, thank you for being with me. Have a nice time and bye-bye.